you going, Adam? You alright?
Yeah. The newer ones maybe. My older ones just died quite quick. But this is like the more powerful battery. The standard one's about 20 minutes. But
now
you
use this one.
This one's like an hour. A lot of people, if you watch, they plug it in the side.
Yeah, they will, yeah.
And they just leave it all day. They'll put like a huge card in and record on, which is the sensible way.
Well, it covers everything then, doesn't it? So
yeah.
Safe.
And then you don't, because the other day I was pressing it and I was thinking it was recording and it wasn't. But it's...
I suppose if you're doing like extreme sports and you do something sick, then you miss it.
Yeah.
It's terrible, isn't it? I suppose you just best leaving it on all the time.
Well, that's it. I mean, but then again, if you're doing extreme sports, you're probably going to do an hour and then...
Yeah, true.
Oh, you could always swap the batteries, but...
Yeah, true.
I mean, it's... I plugged it in and it sometimes just makes it go a bit weird and I just don't trust it. But...
So what time did you get up?
I haven't been to bed.
You haven't been to bed?
I never go... Well,
you don't sleep much?
No, if I know I'm getting up, I'm terrible. I go to bed and I just lay there awake. But I was going to come on my scooter. I've got this like 1960s scooter.
Oh, what is it, a Vespa or a Lambretta or something?
No, it's a Honda PC60. Yeah, they've got power. This thing is basically that with a motor engine
right,
on.
okay, yeah.
It's a Honda. It's like the first one.
Like the old Tomos. Do you remember them?
It's a they call them putt-putts. It's from the 60s. Yeah, you have to pedal it. But if you get any hill, it literally will stop. And I thought, I'm not coming. I was thinking of it, but then I thought, no, if I go up
You're thinking about it while you were meant to be going to sleep.
Yeah, and then I thought, shall I drive? And in the end, I just got the coach because I'd have crashed otherwise. Yeah. But I just thought, oh, heck with it, and then.
So the reason why we're here, Palantir, the company, is an American company connected to the CIA that Britain have decided to sell all our data to, all our medical records. And that's why it's the NHS. You could opt out of this a number of years ago, but I don't know if you still can. British data, medical data, was held for years and years and years, and it's worth a lot of money to medical companies, to all sorts of people. And Britain hadn't decided, never decided to sell our data to anyone, especially a foreign entity. But that's been done now by this government and the last, I think. So that's why we're here today, to protest against Palantir. They have a lot of fingers in a lot of pies. I'm sure if your viewers look it up, they'll be able to find out for themselves. But that's why we're here today.
Fair enough.
Right, I'm going to mingle for a minute.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. I'll see you in a minute.
Let me know, right?
Oh yeah, no problem. Cheers. Well, that's why we're here.
Information on it, okay.
Cheers.
How can no warfare? contract which will give them access to all data, all of our data. Palantir is a company which has involvement with racist predictive policing. It's a central figure in the ongoing genocide of the Palestinian people. It uses data to equip weapons to target Palestinians. Does that sound like a company that should have access to our healthcare data? Do you feel comfortable with your data being in the hands of a company which is happy to use that data in warfare, in racist predictive policing? Because that's what's at stake here. Don't just walk in there and think that this is alright, because you're consenting to our data being used out there. That is what's at stake here. We're not just here for a day out, we're here because this is very serious, and we do not consent to our data in the hands of Palantir. Say it loud, say it clear, we're opposing Palantir.
Say it loud, say it clear, we're opposing Palantir.
Say it loud, say it clear, we're opposing Palantir.
Say it loud, say it clear, we're opposing Palantir.
If you're going into that conference today, you have an obligation to amplify our voices. Just because we're outside and you're going inside does not mean there's a separation here. You have a responsibility to highlight these issues. Go in there, use your voice, take action. Palantir has no right in the NHS. If you go in there and you say nothing and you do nothing, you are consenting to that. You are consenting to our data being used to inform AI to use weapons more efficiently, to be more efficient in murdering people, to be more efficient in making racist, predictive policing decisions. They boast about this. This company boasts about it. There's plans to create a profile of every single citizen in America, which we know will be used for racist, fascist policing. And you're going in there, and if you don't highlight these issues, you're consenting to that. And it's as simple as that. They'll go in there, they might be wearing nice suits, they'll use the proper language, but this is what it's all about. And this is why they want our data. They don't want it to improve healthcare. This isn't about efficiency for the NHS. This is about increasing their ability and their power to commit atrocities, to dominate and to oppress. And that is why we're here. Do not be passive. Being passive in this situation means you're consenting to it. And that is why we're here. Do not separate yourselves from us. Because when you do that, you are choosing the side of oppression. Healthcare not warfare.
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 Healthcare not warfare. Healthcare not warfare. Healthcare not warfare.
Palantir are why we're here today, and they've got a contract with the NHS for development and maintenance of federated data platforms. This is obviously aiming to enhance patient care and increase efficiency. This isn't what we're opposing. We're opposing Palantir's place in this. They've been linked to human rights abuses in America with ICE raids, in Palestine with links to the IRF, and with predictive and racist policing tools across the UK and the world. The FDP is one of over one-size-fits-all models, and that isn't a specific way to deal with local needs, as I'm sure you all know. As we stand here, we're looking to oppose Palantir and their place in the NHS. They are not a suitable partner for a national health service. There's no option for patients to opt out of their data flowing into the platform. The Good Law Project have challenged this in court, and the NHS has not listened. The NHS acknowledges have to provide processes for patients to decide where their data goes, and Palantir doesn't allow for this. The initial contract is $330 million. It's going to be larger, and this is money
Healthcare no warfare. 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 Say it loud, say it clear. We're opposing Palantir.
Why aren't we supporting local people and businesses in their attempt to improve the data sets in the NHS, rather than breathing in a militarised data company, surveillance company called Palantir? The Chief Data and Analytical Officers Network has been extremely critical of the SDP as it presently stands, and has made a series of demands and queries to Newtown, Chief Data and Analytics Office. The initial contract with Palantir was for £330 million. We know that the true cost over time of this collaboration will be much larger. With local and central government, healthcare and other bodies of national strategic importance. For instance, the anti-terrorist system, that so-called anti-terrorist system that has been set up in Britain, that has been trying to close down Palestinian support voices. So our patient data can be used by the military, by our spying network, by NATO. That's what it means being integrated with bodies of national strategic importance. Do we want Palantir to be allowed to gain access to our information so it can be used in that international spying and destruction military network that is bringing havoc and genocide to the Palestinian people at the moment? That is part of the national strategic systems that Palantir could use our